Hi, everyone. I'm Lydia Boss, and my pronouns are she, her. I am the program director at Artist Trust. I am a light skinned female sitting in a brightly lit room. I have on a light blue turtleneck and have long brown curly hair. I'm also a visual artist and happy to be here with you today.
And I'm Naomi Day. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the program coordinator here at Artist Trust. I am a Black woman with shoulder length curly hair. I'm wearing a pink turtleneck and I'm sitting in a blurred, sort of yellowish room. I'm a literary artist or a creative writer, and we are here to walk you through some helpful tips when applying for the Artist Trust's Arts Innovator Award. So let's get started. The Artist Trust Arts Innovator Award, or AIA, recognizes artists who demonstrate innovation in their art practice. This is an unrestricted award of $25,000. It's given annually to two Washington state artists of any discipline who are originating new work, experimenting with new ideas, taking risks, and pushing the boundaries of their fields. There will be 8 award finalists selected by the panel. All 8 AIA finalists will be officially recognized as a cohort and they'll be compensated for their involvement in the finalist process. This process includes participating in a finalist interview and subsequent prep meeting with other AIA award finalists and Artist Trust program staff. Finalists will still be eligible for other Artist Trust awards in the same calendar year.
Thanks, Naomi. So the panel selects the recipients based on the following criteria: artistic excellence and innovation within the applicant's field or medium, advancement of the artist's practice, artist's continued dedication and exploration of new work, and the background and experience of the artist. All applications are reviewed by one multidisciplinary panel consisting of 5 artists with expertise in a range of artistic disciplines, and panelists will review all eligible applications online through Submittable, and then meet over 3 days on Zoom to discuss the top scoring applicants. Interview 8 finalists as well, and then finally nominate 2 recipients. Panelists are required to review applications through a lens of racial equity and are encouraged to highlight a range of disciplines and practices, as well as discuss marginalized identities within BIPOC communities. Panelists will be kept confidential until the award announcement in early June.
Okay, great. There are several different application components that make up a complete application for AIA, and we're going to give you helpful tips for each one. I know this looks like a lot, but if you approach them kind of one by one, it's definitely manageable. So just real quick, the discipline statement is 50 words or less. That biography is 150 words or less, or up to 1.5 minutes of audio or video. The innovation statement is 400 words or less, or up to 3 minutes of audio or video. The work samples have a total amount submitted of no more than 10, and we'll talk more about that later. The artist resume is 8 pages or less, and the impact statement is 150 words or less. So moving on to the discipline statement, which again is 50 words or less, this describes your artistic practice. It can be as simple as I'm a poet, or it can give a more detailed explanation of your practice. You will also be asked to select a disciplinary category, which are listed here. For a more detailed list of each disciplinary category, you can check out our guidelines or look on the grants page of our website.
So next is the artist biography. Like Naomi mentioned, it's 150 words or less, or up to 1.5 minutes of an audio or video recording. And that really tells your story as an artist. It provides details about you and your work, maybe things like where you were born or where you grew up, your training, your career development, accomplishments, and other information that may not be found elsewhere on the application. After that, we have the innovation statement, and this is 400 words or less, or it could be up to 3 minutes of an audio or video recording. And really, your innovation statement should describe how your work is innovative. Consider how your work is developed, experiments with new ideas, takes risks, or even pushes the boundaries of your field. Please contextualize how your work is innovative within your discipline. And this is really a place for you to explain in your own words how your work embodies this award.
So you have a couple different options to upload your biography or your innovation statement as a video or an audio file instead of in written format. We have really explicit details on this in our guidelines document, which is linked. But generally speaking, the audio should be clear and easy to hear without any background noise, music, or other voices. It should not be edited with auto-tune, speed, or manipulation, and it shouldn't include more work samples. On the video side, it should be low tech without any filters, edits, scene changes, reels, or clips. It should be a clear shot of you with nobody else in view. And again, it shouldn't include any extra work samples in view.
So regarding your work samples, this is really the most important part of your application. So we recommend that you include your strongest work and make sure that your work samples are well documented, cohesive, and also follow our work sample guidelines, which you can read all about within our guidelines document that we'll link below. The total amount of work samples submitted must equal no more than 10, which may not necessarily be how many files you upload. So if you're submitting multiple file formats, you may submit no more than 10 files. Keep in mind that one image is equal to 1 minute of video, audio, or manuscript page. You can upload your work samples in the order that you'd like the panel to review them, and we would encourage you to include work from different bodies of work to show the scope of how how innovation plays out in your practice. I also recommend talking to a friend, partner, or colleague to get input about what work samples best represent you and your practice.
So moving on to your artist resume. Again, this is 8 pages or less. It's an overview of your arts and professional experience, accomplishments, education or training, and other information about your artistic career. It's a lot like a job resume, but the focus is your art and any art-related experiences. And we have some tips on this page for you to check out. The next one is the impact statement, which again is 150 words or less. The impact statement explains how this award will make a difference for you. You can answer questions like, what will the funding and recognition do for you, your work, and your practice? And then how will you use the money?
Great, thanks, Naomi. So we also have just some general tips for you about completing your AIA application. Of course, follow the guidelines like we've mentioned. They're on our website and linked below. This is kind of the Bible related to the Arts Innovator Award and has everything that you need to know about how to apply. We also recommend drafting your materials on your computer in a word processing file ahead of time so that way you can just copy paste your answers directly into the application form. Of course, please don't wait until the day of the deadline to start your application. I can't stress this enough. Technical hiccups can happen. There might be different things that come up in your schedule that you weren't expecting. Please apply before the day of the deadline. We do not accept late applications for any reason. Also, we recommend that you have someone review your application before submitting. Like we said, talk to a friend, colleague, or someone that you trust to give you advice about your approach. Please be clear and concise. We also recommend that you focus on innovation. That is really the key element of this grant and of this process. So within your application, call out innovation directly and help the panel to understand why you're an innovator and how that comes through your work. Again, work samples are the most important part of your application. And we also recommend that you don't assume that panelists already are familiar with you and your work. So really approaching this from the standpoint of introducing yourself to people and your work to people for the first time. Here you can see our grant support programs. Again, please don't wait to start your application. We have all of these different opportunities where you can receive detailed support, either one-on-one or in a group setting from our staff. And we would love to see you at any of these events. And our team is really excited to be there to support you through this process. Here you can see our contact information. Again, don't hesitate to reach out if you need help with any aspect of your application. And otherwise, thank you so much for watching and best of luck.